Welcome to The Explainer. Putting on my 50-year veteran animator hat for a second, I've learned one absolutely fundamental truth about complex systems. If you really want to master them, you have to treat data like a physical, flowing element. So today, we're building something pretty incredible. We're constructing a highly dynamic cybernetic data refinery. We're going to dive into exactly how you can take raw, stubborn code and process it through this awesome industrial control panel aesthetic, completely transforming it into an automated, highly lucrative marketing masterpiece. We aren't just parsing boring text here. We are literally engineering a continuous flow of logic. It makes the really intricate mechanics of AI automation not just easy to understand, but a genuinely fascinating operational asset. So strap in, because we're about to construct a system that turns raw information straight into structured revenue. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, System Boot and Data Injection. Okay, so every industrial machine requires raw materials, right? Instead of thinking about your source files as just standard flat text documents, I want you to visualize them as tangible 3D hardware modules that are slotting seamlessly right into NVMe drives. As those virtual slots lock securely into place, you get this intense glow, which tells us the AI has focused its logic matrix directly onto our technical specs. Our AI Technical Command Center instantly starts processing this injected data in real time. For a micro-entrepreneur who's constantly dealing with massive amounts of chaotic technical information, this kind of modular data navigation is an absolute lifesaver. It brings a real physical sense of organization to what is otherwise just abstract code, making sure every single byte of data is perfectly slotted and prepped for the refinery pipeline. Now, what's super cool here is that we aren't just magically getting a finished output. We are actively watching the machine compile its underlying logic. If you follow the simulated execution commands line by line, initiating the toolkit, successfully importing the source data, running the specific parameters, this active matrix stream is basically confirming that our foundational setup is technically flawless. This right here is the heartbeat of the entire operation. The line numbers, the shell commands, those glowing green success indicators running across the interface, it all proves the system is fully primed and ready. We've moved way beyond a simple chat window into a rigorous, programmed environment where every single parameter is locked down before we even think about executing the next phase. Moving right along to Section 2, the 5W2H Digital Diagnostic Flow. So at this stage, our core processor spins up to perform a root cause analysis, utilizing that classic 5W2H framework: who, what, where, when, why, how, and how much. Picture this dynamic rotating radar chart, our RCA triangle window that actually scales and morphs in real time based on how solid this analysis is. This digital diagnostic process is literally absolutely vital for any product strategy. If your targeted why is a bit weak or your how much lacks definition, that radar chart instantly dips, flashing a warning about a structural flaw in your core value proposition. It's an amazing safeguard because it ensures that before a single piece of marketing material is ever generated, your underlying business logic is rock solid and totally market ready. And just think about the profound contrast we get in this translation phase. We are taking cold, fragmented engineering logs, the ones, completely filled with timeout errors and firmware updates, and we process them right through our refinery. And the output? A beautifully polished, persuasive product white paper written in crystal clear, non-technical language. In a normal workflow, bridging that massive gap between your developers and your marketing department can take weeks of really frustrating back and forth. But this system, it pulls off that alchemy in seconds. It saves you days of manual copywriting while keeping everything perfectly factually accurate. It's taking impenetrable jargon and turning it into a highly marketable asset that your end user will actually connect with. Okay, let's step into Section 3. Again, Marketing Framework Ops. With our data now beautifully refined, it's time to deploy it using the, again, marketing framework. We run the stream through a highly deliberate AI prompt strategy. Step 1 is applying STP theory: segmentation, targeting, and positioning. We are laser focusing specifically on micro-sauce founders. These folks have incredibly niche markets, so they require absolute surgical precision in their messaging. Then we walk the audience through a psychological journey using a 60-second video script format. Step 2 hits them with a hook, designed to grab their attention in the first 3 seconds by attacking the deep pain points of engineers who struggle to monetize their skills. Step 3, the body, positions the synergy of our automated toolkits as the ultimate solution. And finally, Step 4 hits them with a high-conversion call to action. We are systematically engineering a high-performing sales funnel right before our eyes. Now keep in mind, the compiler isn't just mindlessly spitting out words here. It is actively engineering a targeted marketing attack vector. Deep in the log terminal, you can literally watch the system methodically execute this exact strategy. It zeroes in on the target audience, compiles the script shell, and precisely injects that hook to agitate those exact monetization pain points we just talked about. It structures the whole narrative body and activates the conversion links. Seeing this automated compilation happen live makes the very abstract idea of content strategy feel incredibly concrete, tangible, and totally deliberate. It's like having the relentless marketing strategist on your team that never ever sleeps. Now for the really fun part, Section 4, the micro-sauce monetization path. At the end of the day, all of this sophisticated automation has to translate into actual revenue, right? So putting on my marketing expert hat for a second, let's look at how we map this highly refined data stream into 3 distinct subscription tiers. The basic tier gets solo devs in the door with standard toolkit access and templates. The pro tier steps it up with advanced customization for scaling startups. But the true profit engine, the holy grail here, is the enterprise tier, which is tailor-made for serious micro SaaS founders. The core feature there is a fully customized, done-for-you 5W2H diagnostic system build. We're taking the exact automated framework we just built and selling it as a premium high-ticket service. Because let's face it, people will gladly pay top dollar for a done-for-you system. It immediately buys back their time while guaranteeing a flawless enterprise-grade result. And here is an absolutely crucial automation directive for you. Consistency is your premium currency. The secret to actually justifying that enterprise price tag is complete UI and output immersion. By using highly specific directives, we force the AI to stick to strict naming conventions. Think about it. Changing a generic, low-value word like report into a high-value, proprietary term like diagnostic book instantly shifts the psychology of the buyer. Actually, scratch that. A report sounds like something any standard AI could spit out for free. A diagnostic book? Now that sounds authoritative, engineered, and incredibly valuable. In the world of automated micro-entrepreneurship, the specific words you command your system to use will directly dictate your positioning in the market. And finally, we hit Section 5, data encapsulation and burn output. This is it, the physical climax of our automation flow. Imagine the tactile, satisfying sensation of slamming your hand down on a glowing, heavy macro button on a massive industrial dashboard. The system instantly triggers a massive encapsulation protocol. It sweeps up all of our computed logic, that validated 5W2H diagnostic analysis we did, the targeted marketing scripts, the tiered pricing models, the whole shebang. It securely locks down the entire package and physically simulates burning that data into a pristine, perfectly formatted markdown file. This isn't just your standard save-as text document export, it is a fully encapsulated, ready-to-deploy revenue asset, completely formatted and ready for immediate distribution to the market. So as our system gracefully powers down and that active matrix stream slowly fades to black, I want you to process this final thought. We literally just watched cold, fragmented engineering logs get systematically transformed into a fully operational marketing and monetization model. If this level of automated industrial-grade transformation is possible right now, today, you really have to ask yourself, what hidden revenue, what massive untapped potential is currently sitting completely idle in your own data racks right this very second? Are you ready to build your own data refinery?